So what are some questions that you need to see? Anything you need help with? Yeah, what do you need? 71. Okay, so let's take a look at number 71. Alright, so this problem we have the limit as x approaches 0 of sine squared x over x. Alright, so who got this one right? Who can tell me what to do? How do we start this? What do you think? What did you get for your answer? What do you think it would be?
I put 1.
1, okay. Anybody else put 1? Well, let's see if you're right. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We've got the limit as x approaches 0, so we are going to split this apart. This is going to be the sine x times sine x all over x. I can group this however is most helpful, but is this going to be sine x over x times sine x over x, or just sine x over x times sine x? My question is, does this have an x underneath it as well? No, because then I would end up getting x squared in the denominator. So this is the way I have to group it. This is the limit that we automatically know. Okay, what is that answer there? 1. Now we plug in 0 for this. So the sine of 0 is what it's asking for. Right there, that point's 1, 0. And so what's the sine of 0 going to be? 0. So do we agree with him that the answer is 1? No. Sorry. Should be 0 instead. Okay? That's right. You got to take a chance. All right, what other questions, guys? Yes?
85.
Okay, Erica, 85. So on 85, we have, oh yeah, these are the fun ones. We've got the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x all over delta x. And here's our function. Our function is f of x equals 4 over x. Alright, so this is the one where we have to be looking back and forth. Okay? So this is the problem that I'm doing. This is the function that I'm using to set up the problem. So this is the problem I'm doing. So I've got the limit as delta x approaches 0. I have to figure out what this is going to be right here. Well, I come over here to my function. Wherever we have an x, we have to replace the x with x plus delta x. So to do this part, here's my x. Let me change that. So there's my x. I have to replace it with x plus delta x. So that is what this is. So I'm going to have 4 over x plus delta x. Done with that part. Now I go to my next step. I'm done with this also. So I have minus f of x. So I have to look back over here. What is f of x, Teresa? Right, so I have to just put 4 over x. Done with that part. The last thing I have to do is put over delta x. Okay? So, all of this I'm done with, just ignore it all. This is my new problem that I have to work. So I'm going to look at my process here. I want to get rid of the fact that I have a complex fraction. So I'm going to multiply by the denominator, x times x plus delta x, on top and on bottom. So now we're going to have the limit as delta x approaches 0. Okay, I do want to multiply out the top, but I don't want to distribute through the bottom. So figuring this out then, I'm going to do every step here. I'm going to have